All parivar, full parivar is here.
Yeah. All in one room in all. Yes, okay.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Come on. Yes, come on.
But I am fundamental medical research person. Now looking for economic growth, health related things in India.
Now you are holding responsibility.
I started a lot of things across the country, not one thing. Across the country for economic development and through science and technology, health and wealth program. So we had to do it in Kerala.
Very good.
He is basically there from Kerala.
Oh, where? Okay.
Alapi, Koilur, everywhere we have people. But I left long back. I went to America, but I came back, worked in United Nations.
You are an employee.
We are 20 years.
Oh.
My friend from 20 years through Puttaparthi Satya Sai Baba devotees.
Yeah.
They are devotees of Baba. We are devotees, so we met there. So my friendship from 20-25 years.
Oh, very good.
My father was best friend. And his brother is Coach Pillai.
We looked after Vajpayee. All I would have sat with at least for 4 ministers.
Okay.
And his kidney and all in insulin corrected. You was telling, when you were in Mizoram and some other place. Kerala we need to change.
Yeah, definitely.
And translation by excellent research development, health, and for poor people, what we can do from science.
Yeah.
It should be, a whole lot of development. I have done quite a lot of it now.
Sustainable.
Yeah, sustainable development.
ಒಂದು ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ನೀರು ಕೊಡು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡೋಣ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ.
അടുത്ത പരിപാടി തുടങ്ങണമെങ്കിൽ സമയമായി
ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಆಗಿ ಇವ್ರ ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ
ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ರೈಸ್ ನೋಡು ರೆಡಿ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಸಾರು ಫ್ಲಾಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ರೈಸ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಡಿ, 1 truck rice from Bangalore to Sabrima is ready. So Samsung Sarji should flag off the rice, and it will start today night to Pamba. And then our program, whatever the program we have today, we will decide and we will do. And then dinner. Speed up. One thoda sa pani Reddy Jansanga. My mother. Kummnam Rajashekaran sir.
I came here for the
పెళ్ళికి వచ్చింది.
ಮಲ್ಲೇಶ್ವರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಆಯಿತು. ಈಗ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕೊನೆ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಇದು. ನಾಳೆ ಹೊಸೂರಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ತಿರ್ಗ ನಾಡಿದ್ದು ಸೇವಾನಗರ ಮತ್ತು ಹೊಸೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಅಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಭಜನೆ ಮಂದಿರ ಇದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಇದೆ. ಜಾಲಗಡ್ಡೆ ಅಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಡಿದ್ದು 11:30 ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಇದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಮೆಟ್ಲು, 4-5 ಜನ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಮೆಟ್ಲು ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಕುಮ್ಮಂಜಿ ಅವರ ಆಸೆ. ಯಾರೋ ಟಾಟಾ ನಬರ್ಲಾನ ಯಾರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದು ಬೇಡ, ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು ಒಬ್ರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರು ರಾಜಶೇಖರ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಅವರು ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಫಿಲ್ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ 1 ಮೆಟ್ಲ 2 ಮೆಟ್ಲ 3 ಮೆಟ್ಲ ಅಂತ 5 10 100 ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ನಾನು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೋತ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೆ. ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೋತ್ಥಾನ ಪ್ರಿಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ವಿವೇಕನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಯವಾಗಿದೆ. ಕೇರಳದಿಂದ ಬಂದಾಗ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕರಾಟೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ನನಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಶಾಖೆ ಇತ್ತು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ 7 ಶಾಖೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತು 89ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮನ್ವಯ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವಾಗ 32 ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮರೆಯಾಣಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಪೋಕೆಟಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ KI ವಾಸು ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅವರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರಕ್ಷಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಇವರು ಸಾಧು ರಂಗರಾಜ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಭಾರತ ಮಾತೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಭಾರತ ಮಾತೆ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡುವ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಇರೋದು ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಜಿಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ. ಇನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕುಮ್ಮನಂಜಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಇವರ ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಆಯಿತು. ಇವತ್ತು ಇವರು ಬಂದಿರೋ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸುಮಾರು 11 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲದಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿ 1 ಟ್ರಕ್ ರೈಸ್ ಶಬರಿಮಲ ಸನ್ನಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಬಳಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಯವರು ನಾವು ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದು ಪತ್ತನಂತಿಟ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬೇಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಕುಮ್ಮನಂ ಅವರು ನಮಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ರೈಸು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸನ್ನಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪಂಪಾಗಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸನ್ನಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಕುಮ್ಮನಂ ಅವರು ನಮಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಅವ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಇರೋದೇ ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೃಷ್ಟ. ಅವರು ತುಂಬ ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರವಾಸದಲ್ಲಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ 2 ಮಾತನ್ನು ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ 2 ಮಾತು. ಕುಮ್ಮನಂಜಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಕೇರಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಫುಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಆವಾಗ ಶಬರಿಮಲೆ ಹತ್ರ ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಲಕ್ಕೆರೆ ಅಂತ ಊರಿದೆ. ಆ ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸುಮಾರು 1981 ಇಸ್ವಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಆವಾಗ ಅವರು ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಸ್ಥಾನದಿಂದ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಹಿಂದೂ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಡೀ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಜೀವನವನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು CPMನವರು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಇವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ತಪ್ಪು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಂಥ ಏನಂತ ಮಾತು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಕಪ್ಪು ಚಿಪ್ಪಿ ಅವರು ಹಾಕಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಸಾಧು ಸಂದ್ರ ಕಾವ್ಯನ ಧರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ ಅವರು.
Brothers and sisters, all are here to hear me. So I am very much happy to see all of you here, to meet, to say something, and also to attend a very auspicious function. The flag of this 1 truckload rice to Shabarimala. Actually, Vijayakuymar he is doing a lot of seva activities, which is for the benefit, welfare, and well-being of very poor people. He is doing so much of charitable activities. In Shabarimala, for the last so many years, he is doing this same work. Actually, Ayyappa, who are coming there from various parts of the world, they are all coming there with suffering and lot. Actually, they are not getting water, they are not getting enough food, no staying facilities are there. So, Shabarimala Ayyappa Seva Samajam and other Shabari Sharnasam, so many charitable organizations have come forward to save and serve Ayyappa devotees there. Actually, some years back, we were together and we were in Shabarimala, and actually Vijayakuymar has met so many Ayyappas who are suffering a lot there, without getting water, staying facilities and all these things. He met people and he saw the things, that terrible, horrible things there. So actually he said to me that we have to solve this problem. I said that we will conduct so many Annadana yatras. The hotel people are all doing so many mischiefs to get money out of this poor Ayyappa devotees. So we have to stop this type of their so many seva kendras to save and serve Ayyappa devotees. So one around this seva center is at Kummnam, that is near to Pamba, on the way to Sabarimala. We can see the Shabari Sharnasamam in 18 acres of land. There are thousands of Ayyappa devotees will come and take food, and also there they will get shelter, drinking water, and other all facilities. It is an Yavata that we will call a place where the Ayyappa devotees are getting shelter. Idatta, a camping place. So they can take bath, they can stay there. The parking facilities are there. 18 acres of land is there, very near to Sabarimala forest. So there we have giving all assistance to the tribal people who are residing in the Sabarimala forest. Unga, 18 hills are there in the Sabarimala forest. 300 families of tribals are there. Tribal families are there. So we are looking at them. We are taking up the children from the tribal families and we are giving their education, medical facility. It is called Manikanda Gurukula. That is there. About 20 tribal students are there, children are there in this Shabari Sharnasam. So this particular, now if you go to the Shabari Sharnasam at Kunangara, very near to Pamba, and thousands of Ayyappa devotees will get benefit out of this. They will get food. The feeding center will give food for Ayyappa devotees every day, any 24 minutes. So actually Vijayakuymar he is doing the Ayyappa Seva. The people who are coming there, I will tell that the people who are doing puja there in Sanctum of Ayyappa temple in Sabarimala, he is doing the same thing. He is also doing the Ayyappa puja every day because thousands of people are getting food. They will pray. They know that somebody is behind this. So that Ayyappa devotees, thousands of Ayyappa devotees will convey their thanks to Vijayakuymar. Definitely he is doing that, which is a spiritual activity. Giving food for the hungry people, thirsty people. It is a very Manava Seva. Manava Seva is Madhava Seva. So I congratulate him for this type of charity what he is doing. He doesn't want any publicity. He is not telling this to anybody. He is doing this every year for the last so many years. He is doing this work. Thousands of people. You can't say one control means. You imagine how many people we can, for them we can feed. Thousands of people. So up to Maharavar, the people will, the Ayyappa devotees will get this facility from the Ayyappa, this Annadana Kendra of Kunangara near Vijayakuymar. So I thank in the name of Lord of Ayyappa devotees, crores of Ayyappa devotees, in the name of them, I convey their thanks. So another thing, is famous only because of Shabari. You know, Shabari was a very dedicated woman, tribal woman, who have given the fruits to before the Lord Rama when he came in the Shabari ashram. So near Sabarimala, we can see that Shabari Pidham, Shabari ashram. So the Sabarimala got that name itself only because of Shabari. So in Kerala, we can see lot of places where the Lord Rama has traveled. Now the historians, they are ignorant about it. When we go to South India, North India, the people there, they doesn't know anything about Rama's traveling journey in the time after he left Kishkinda. He has reached Rameshwaram. But in between, wherever he has traveled in Kerala. The Shabari Pidam is there, where he met Shabari. And also Jadayu rock is there, where the Jadayu got martyred. He died only to save the Sita Devi from the clutches of Lord Ravana. Ravana by force took away a hijack, giving all type of atrocities. So immediately when the bird Jadayu saw this atrocities, immediately Jadayu got activated and put in action, and he faced the Ravana. Ravana was having a lot of weapons, Gada, and also the other type of sword. All these weapons were there, but Jadayu doesn't have any type of weapons. Jadayu was Nirayudha, but he did his duty to save a lady in order to protect the dignity of a lady. He himself, that bird himself, got martyred, died only to protect a woman. So that place is called Jadayu Rock. There we have constructed a Rama temple. About 4 months back we did the Pratishtha of Lord Rama. We have already spent 2 crores of rupees. That Rama, the Pratishtha was done by a great Swamiji, Swami Satyananda Saraswati of Jaipur to Kummnam Rajashekaran. He was in the forefront of Ayodhya movement. He was the member of the Central Margadarshak Mandal and also the Ayodhya Rama Janmabhoomi Nyas, the trust member. He got Samadhi about 10 years back. He did that Pratishtha of Lord Rama, Father Rama, in that Jadayu Rock during 1973. Now we have constructed a temple very Bhavya Mandir for Father Rama. Now we are planning to construct steps, about 1,000 steps altogether. But now we have taken up a task for constructing 864 steps to reach the peak of Jadayu Rock. At the peak of rock we can see the Rama Pada, because Rama has given moksha to Jadayu by standing in one foot. So that Pada Mandira is there. Near to that, Kokkarni is there. While Jadayu wanted to have some water, at the last moment, the beak of that Jadayu, he rubbed in the rock, the water came. So that Kokkarni is there. Kokka means beak. That Kokkarni is there. Now we can see 1,000 feet height. We are getting that water source is there. These are the things we can see in the Jadayu rock. So to reach that Rama path at the height of 1,000 feet, we are constructing each and every the steps. We have started that project by name Padam Padam Rama Padam. Padam Padam Rama Padam. By step to reach the holy feet of Lord Ram at the peak of that Jadayu rock, we can reach there. So construction of the steps we have undertaken. So I appeal, request all of you to join with us. Yes, for a dedicate at least one step or 1 or 2 or 5, 10 steps, sponsor or dedicate for this, for the success of this project, Padam Rama Padam. Yeah. So we will chant that Rama mantra all together. Rama 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 Mahima. Rama 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 Mahima. Rama Padam Cherane Mukunda Rama Mahima. Rama Padam Cherane Mukunda Rama Mahima. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Rama 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 Mahima. Rama 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 Mahima. Rama Padam Cherane Mukunda Rama Mahima. Rama Padam Cherane Mukunda Rama Mahima. Padam Padam Vechunam Rama Padam Ettidam. Padam Padam Vechunam Rama Padam Ettidam. Padikal Cherthu Vechunam Rama Padam Ettidam. Padikal Cherthu Vechunam Rama Padam Ettidam. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Mahima. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Mahima. Rama Padam Cherane Mukunda Rama Mahima. Rama Padam Cherane Mukunda Rama Mahima. So you can see that clip, that video. Operate up 10 minutes. Oh, you can start that. You will see all these things.
The Parashurama Kshetra, as Kerala is known from time immemorial, lying almost in the lap of the Western Ghats or Sahyadri in the east, and frequently pattered by the waves of the Arabian Sea in west, is a short and narrow stretch of land in the Indian peninsula. It carries a spiritual and virtuous history of traditions and heritage peculiar to Kerala. The long-time memories of the past lies in hibernation in each grit of the soil here. It has become the duty and rather responsibility of each of us to unravel and introduce them to the present generation. The state, according to legends, have been reclaimed by Parashurama, the sixth incarnation of Lord Mahavishnu, from the sea, and thus the state's creation itself is embedded in spiritualism. Kerala's presence in the Ramayana epic explicitly heralds the state's strong spiritual and religious foundations. By giving birth to Adi Shankaracharya, the 8th century Indian philosopher and theologian who consolidated the doctrine of Advaita Vedanta, Kerala becomes one of the main centers of spiritualism in the holy land, Bharat. Adi Shankara is credited with unifying and establishing the main currents of thought in Hinduism. At the same time, many are not aware of Kerala's share in the Ramayana epic. To the surprise of many, Kerala has a number of places named after Sita and Sri Rama. They include places such as Ramapuram, Ramakalmeda, and those like Sita Toda, Sita Kuri, Sita Mudi Mala, and Gurunathan Manna, just a few to mention. Then comes Shabari Ashram and Shabari Peetham, revered by millions of Hindus on the trekking path to the holy shrine of Lord Ayyappa, nestled high in the Shabarimala in the forests of Kerala. According to the legend, Sri Ram, on his way to Sri Lanka, trekked through this forest where Shabari was undergoing arduous and austere penance, anticipating the arrival of Sri Rama to release the devotee from all her sins. Before reaching Shabarimala forest, Sri Ram, along with Lakshman, arrived at Vijayakuymar in the Kummnam district of the present-day Kerala, which also has a legacy to unfold. A demigod in the form of vulture, Jadayu was an old friend of King Dasharath, father of Lord Rama. Jadayu was the first person who tried to rescue Sita from the clutches of Ravana while he was taking her to Lanka. He fought valiantly with Ravana, who had clipped his wings, besides inflicting severe injuries. The injured Jadayu fell on the Jadayu Para or rock at Vijayakuymar and waited for the arrival of Sri Rama to pass on the information. Even as he was battling for his life, he managed to inform Lord Rama about Sita's abduction. Sensing that Jadayu won't survive, Lord Rama, a Vishnu incarnate, decided that Jadayu must attain salvation. As the saying, better late than never goes, the time has come to explore the route Lord Rama and his entourage followed in Kerala. Revival and rejuvenation of all spots related to Sri Rama in the state is the need of the hour, making all these spots as centers for spreading the message of Sri Ram to the masses should acquire importance. It is with this objective the Jatayu Rama temple on the Jatayu rock is being constructed, along with an international Sri Rama cultural center in the lap of the rock below the temple. The Rama temple on the Jatayupara is constructed not because there is any scarcity of Rama temples in the state, but because of the ideals for which Jatayu stood for, such as the moral values of life and the ideal worth following, and the staunch devotion are the basis for raising a Rama temple here. Thus, it has to be developed as the main hub for percolating the message from the life of Sri Rama to the whole world and to spread the meaning of Rama Rajya. Women's welfare. Jadayu had sacrificed his life for protecting the honor of Sita Devi. Jadayu, through his martyrdom, upheld the Bharatiya moral values of life, that the pride and honor of women should be protected. It was here Mother Earth provided drinking water to Jadayu, who had fought with Ravana to protect her daughter, and thus it points towards the need to protect the habitation and environment, as it is of great importance. Thus, Jadayu turns out to be the custodian of water, earth, and the birds. Jadayu is a lofty example of staunch, selfless, and sincere devotion or bhakti. Adhyatma Ramayana by Tunjathu Ramanujan Edutachan, Malayalam devotional poet and linguist, known as the father of modern Malayalam language, has spread bhakti movement among Hindus across the state. There may be no households in Kerala which do not possess a copy of Edutachan's Adhyatma Ramayana. It is recited daily during the rainy months of Karkidaka, mid-July to mid-August, by the Hindu families without fail. Another prominent medium that had cemented Sri Rama culture in the state is Ramanatam, a temple art of Kerala. An international Sri Rama Cultural Center, ISRCC, will be set up here, aimed at providing a platform for conducting research, studies on propagating and conserving the ideals and ideas for which the Jatayu Ram Temple stands for, apart from carrying out charitable activities. The center will have divisions to cover the following spheres of activities.
Friends, Sri Kummnam Rajashekaran, who is associated in the movement of rice. So we have around 10-15 people who annually contribute rice for Sabrimala. So it is a movement. We all every year is a must. So all whatever the contributions they can give here. We do puja and sell. Now I tell Jatayu Bharat, here we got a call that the steps should be made to reach there. Now I promise Kummnam Rajashekaran 101 step from my end. Because I have strength because of my friends. I have strength. Where there is unity, there is purity. Where there is purity, there is divinity. So there is a big movement and we got a call. Now we should act. And we should make this wonderful and beautiful. I give a promise that 101 step from Bengaluru under my leadership I will thank you all. See now, the thing is, I have told Kummnam ji that 101 step, but what all you can do, what the best you can do, Niven Mal. Anna, run, Hitler. He is one of the pioneers of Reddy Janasangha.
Oh, yeah.
Reddy Janasangha is a very big organization. Manamana, the subject which is Dharmo Rakshiti Rakshita. This person from Mantralaya.
Yes, sir.
Mantralaya. He is now speaking the Mantralaya. Mantra Rajendra Swami? Rajendra Swami.
This is they are planning for the program. This साल इनको award
ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ ಈ ನಿರ್ಣಯಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಬದ್ಧವಾಗಿ see you can bring your 10 friends, he can bring his 10 friends, I can bring my 10 friends, so this is a network of friendship, right? Uncle, you are a scientist. I need a scientist with me, so definitely being a good friend to Kummnam ji, I promise that we will take up a very big lead of Jatayu project.
101 steps.
101 steps from my thing, I promise. But we need not to stop 101. We need to go further ahead.
Yes.
We need to take help from this, all my friends. Where there is unity, there is strength. That's what I want to tell you all. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Swami Sharanam. Now, friends, we need to flag off the truck of rice to Sabrimala.
सर शालिनी में उधर
ಹಾಗೆ
ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಓ
ಫೋಟೋ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ರೆಡಿ
ಉಣ್ಣುತ್ತಾನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಗಳು ಎಣ್ಣಿಪ್ಪಾಡಿ ನನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮಿ ಉಣ್ಣುತ್ತಾ
ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ
ಶರಣಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ
ಸರ್ ಗಾಡಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ.
ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಓಯ್ 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 ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಬಿಡಿ 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 ಬಿಡಿ
tomorrow. His friend.
ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ
ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಸೈಜು ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗೋ ಇನ್ ದ ಲಾರಿ ಟು ಪತನಂತಿಟ್ಟ ಸರ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ only driver is there. You should go. All documents done. Full 510 unload there.
Yeah, first time coming? First time? Oh. Driver no, the route?
Driver, ಎಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಡ್ರೈವರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಪ ಎಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಇದೆಯಾ ಸಾರಥಿ ಅಮ್ಮ ಕುಂಬಳಿ ಓ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಪೆರಿಯೂರು ಇದು ಮುನ್ನಾರ್ ತೇಕಡಿ ಧಾರವಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ ಓಕೆ ರೋಡ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರು ರೋಡ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್
ಹೊಸೂರು ಕೃಷ್ಣಗಿರಿ ಧರ್ಮಾಪುರಿ ಘಾಟು ಸೇಲಂ ದಿಂಡಿಗಲ್ಲು ತೇಣಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕುಂಬಮ್ಮ ಕುಂಬಳಿ
ಕುಂಬಳಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ವಂಡಿ ಪೆರಿಯಾರ್ ಅದು ನಾನು ಟ್ಯಾಪ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾವು ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಅವ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಂಬೆಹಣ್ಣು ನೀಡು ಬೇಗ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಿಂಬೆಹಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಪ್ಪ ಇರಪ್ಪ
ಗಾಡಿ
ಅನ್ನದಾನ ಪ್ರಭುವೇ ಅನ್ನದಾನ ಪ್ರಭುವೇ ಪಾದವರೇ ಸ್ವಾಮಿಯೇ
ಅದು ಉಳ್ಳೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂಡಿ ಉಳ್ಳ ಒಂಡಿ ಶರಣಮಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಶರಣಮಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಶರಣಮಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಶರಣಮಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಸ್ವಾಮಿಯೇ ಶರಣಮಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಹರಿಹರ ಸುಧನೇ ಶರಣಮಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ
ನಾಯಕನೇ ಶಾಸ್ತಾವೇ ಆರ್ಯಂಗಾವಲಿ ಅರಸನೇ ಸ್ವಾಮಿಯೇ ಹರಿಹರ ಸುನಾನಂದ ಕೀರ್ತನಯ್ಯನಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ
ಶರಣಮಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಶರಣಮಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಶರಣಮಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಅದು ಫ್ಲಾಗ್ ಕೊಡಪ್ಪ ಫ್ಲಾಗ್ ಕೊಡಪ್ಪ ಅದು ಸೈಡಿಗೆ ತಗೋ ಫ್ಲಾಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ರೈವರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಪ್ಪ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಂಬೆಹಣ್ಣು ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡು ಇಲ್ಲ ಡ್ರೈವರು ಡ್ರೈವರ್ ಪಾಪ ನೀನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಲೆಮನ್ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು
ಊಟ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು.
ಲಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ